who's alive is pretty much connected to royalty somewhere down the line. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so we've got ourselves a Savage Goliath. Now, I'm kind of sad that Goliath is not in a good spot right now. So, Meteor Goliath is pretty much strictly superior in just about every way. So, I'm hoping that Goliath gets some nice little buffs pretty soon. I do like that he's rotating. Whoa, that was a very missed leap smash. I'm not sure why he decided to go after the Mega Mouth. Mega Mouth is good for slowing down the hunters, and it takes a long time to kill it if you don't have all your abilities ready and primed right off the bat. Does he have Fire Breath? He does have Fire Breath. I haven't seen him use it yet. Fire Breath is the best way for food farming, so I'd definitely be using that a lot more when you're trying to kill food. Normally around the 40-second mark when they drop, I'd like to have seen him be a bit further, and he's kind of low on his food, so his route is good. Totally didn't use the wrong grenades in the previous round. Womp womp. But he doesn't have a lot of food. The route's good, though. I do like this route. This is the route I actually like. I do like he's using all of his movement abilities, charge and leap smash, to either help kill stuff and or traverse, which is really, really important to get a little bit more distance. Okay, so all four hunters really clump together. Especially at the beginning, you really want to make sure you split and use that planet scanner to pick him down. See, this is a better split. These two would block here, these two block over here, and then they can collapse back here. Now, against Goliath, you are looking for a dome that has lots of verticality so you can go up and down things. However, you'd never want to climb when the rock is on cooldown. So Goliath really punishes hunters. Okay, so this dome. I don't like this dome. This is a very ugly dome for the hunters. There might be some worthwhile area to fight back in this area. You definitely don't want to get stuck down in that little death hole. He can't get all the way around here. He's going to channel armor. I like that the medic is waiting to go in. And here we go. So I see a couple of preemptive mine deployments. I would have liked to have seen a few more before the assault just jumped in there. You know, put one on top here, put one on top here, and put one in the ground. And everyone all crumped up right now. And Monster going straight after the medic. Against a Sunny team, you almost always want to focus Sunny. And here we go. Sunny not using her shield burst. Or if she did, she used it like pretty early on in the engagement. And Sunny, when you're being focused, don't worry about jetpacking. Okay, let me... Okay. I do like that the monster is going after the Sunny drone. It's really important. I'm very glad that Sunny's finally getting a really bad nerf for that, because the current drone is horrible. So really good engagement by the hunters. I would have liked to have seen a few more mines. When you know that the monster is going to be leaving shortly, putting a couple of mines at the very edge of the dome is a great way to just do some surprise damage when he tries to disengage. Monster's still not ready to evolve, so this is actually pretty good for the hunters. Hunters might be able to get another dome before stage 2. Probably not, but if they don't, they'll be able to get him right as he's coming out of his cocoon. Oh, nice, Hadrosaur. Congrats on your wins. And then he's going after the... Is this the perk one? Okay, this is the one that should be the perk. Yeah, the pounce damage. Normally, I'm not a big fan of going after 3 meats. They usually take too much time. Monster getting far away. Missed Harpoon. Does get slowed a little bit. Now, you always want to try and use stasis when the Goliath is climbing. Sorry, use the stasis gun. Not stasis gun. Basically, yeah, so Griffin really wants to alternate between his primary and secondary gun, because they both kind of CC, and then you can kind of chain them off of each other for, like, extra dippage. So here we go. Here's the dome. If they dome here, this is actually not a bad dome. On the other side over here, there's a nice little engagement crop. I would love to see... So they know where he is. Oh, wow. Assault's way far behind. Oh, maybe they're not... Wow, they're not going to be able to dome him. So Monster will be able to get away. Remember, you always want to be cutting hard. And then here we go. So be careful. Remember, don't use your jetpack if you don't have to. Nice dodge by Rock Throw for the medic. And then I would wait for the dome. Don't throw it until the monster's escaping. Just in case if somebody does go down, you don't just give the monster a free out. Nice focus on the Trapper, but the problem is the Trapper you do not want to focus. I like that there's mines here. I would love to see more mine deployment on the ridges, not necessarily in the middle of this gully. And there we go. There is Sunny with her drone, always pumping out Sunny drones. Right now, if you just want to win, just keep putting down a Sunny drone, kill a drone, put a drone down. So now because the drone is not going down, he's going to take permanent health damage, and even more so once the drone comes down. Seeing a little bit lack of focus on Knight. He kind of went after the Trapper. Not sure why he was focusing the Trapper so much. But the medic doing a really good job getting jetpack boost out of there. I do like that the mines are being put down, but I don't like that they're on this solid ground area. I feel like that the dome didn't have to be deployed because the monster wasn't running away. But definitely put the mines up here so that the medic has somewhere to run to. You know, put a mine here because if the monster jumped up, face checks into it, that's a lot of damage. So, you know, put a mines up on the top ground. I do like that Killer's trying to get away. Oh, here comes the rock throw. And, oh, shield burst. Oh, and the medic is going to go down. Monster got a lot of damage, though. That was a really good engagement. I felt like that the medic probably could have done a little bit better if she ran towards the mines, and if more mines were being deployed up on the top areas, so that if the Goliath does chase Kyra, it's going to take 500 damage from the mines. But good engagement overall. I also would have liked to have seen more drones from Sunny. Like, anytime your drone's down, you can even preemptively put it down if the monster is about to destroy it with an ability. It basically wastes the monster ability, or the monster's never going to get it down. Like, if the monster is focusing... Hello, people. Welcome to the herd. I appreciate that follow. Okay, so here we go. Monster looking to engage. Doesn't like that engagement spot. At this point, if you know that you're going to be getting domed pretty soon, I would try and start picking out a good engagement fight. Okay, so monster heading back to the jungle. Leap smash, I'm like, the more I use leap smash, the more I'm convinced it's not really good for a traversal tool, unless you're on high ground and you actually get distance from it. Otherwise, it just seems like the amount of time it takes to land. Okay, so there's a toxic hound buff over here. I don't know if he's going to pick it up in change of his pounce damage. There he is. So he did swap out his pounce perk. Wasn't using too much pounce, but now his melee attacks will poison the hunters. Okay, so here comes the dome. This dome. Ugh. This is another not great dome for the hunters, but really just start setting up the deployables. I really want to see, like, there's no reason to put down mines. There we go. I like that he's putting mines close around this wall because the monster doesn't really see it too well. Oh, I like this. I like the mines here. So now, if the support ran back that way, oh, support about to go down. And this is why you need to be very careful about your team, like, being in the dome when you get stuff down. So the monster's not going to take too much damage now. And don't try and pick him up. Kyra can heal from a distance. Nobody should ever physically pick up a hunter unless there's absolutely 100% focus on the monster. And the monster is going after the medic, so now somebody could pick him up. Griffin trying to do as good job as he can. Trying to harpoon the monster. Remember, you always want to be behind a Griffin when you harpoon. And there goes a rock. 2 people down. Is the monster going to try and finish? Monster is going to try and finish. But the monster could lose. And always stay in range of the dropship. I like that these guys are fighting near the medic. Medic can still heal burst, but fight near the people. No, don't go back. Okay, there we go. Oh, and that is a perfect time to res somebody. If they kept on fighting near this area, put down a Sunny drone. Okay, so monster's going to get away. That's fine. Go ahead and pick up your team. That was an okay engagement. You only got a couple of strikes out of it. It could have been much worse. But if you do go down, or if you do have down players, pistols are actually a decent amount of damage now. Not to be underestimated. So make sure you try and fight in your down players. Also, because you can still shield burst, you can still use healing when you're downed as well. So monster stage 3 right now, there's no reason to chase. There is plenty of time. They could go after the damage buff. It looks like they don't know that the sloth is back there. That's okay, but they have plenty of time to set up deployables. If I were fighting them, I would probably fight and engage Goliath over here. Lots of vertical areas, lots of little loop-de-loop areas. This little rock can stall him. But I'd love to see them fight over on this side instead. So there goes the assault. I like that the assault popped his shield a little early. However, generally speaking, the monster, I'd probably wait till about 75% health and then go for the personal shields. Okay, so there we go. A lot of area damage. Remember, now you're breaking line of sight. The medic. Oh, I like the medic. So see how much better this is doing for the medic. Great job by Griffin and healer. Healer staying in the same spot, healing while can. Oh, try and barely keep up the person alive. I like that they haven't thrown down a dome yet. Kyra can still heal from that spot, which is really nice. And now's the time when he would have liked to have used his personal shields. And there we go. One more grenade, and there comes support. I want to see some more Sunny drones. I'm not seeing enough Sunny drones. Here comes the Trapper. Where's the shield burst? I'm not seeing very... There's the shield burst. Definitely keep on putting down shield drones. There's no reason not to. So they threw down the dome. I would have probably waited. He's going to get a bite to eat. That's fine. Wait, no. Yeah, so pull back. And again, Legion popped his shield a little awkwardly. You definitely want to pop that only when you're being like really kind of focused. I do like that the medic is positioning herself in a better area. But again, I'm not seeing any shield drones anywhere. Like that's a huge thing. And also, I'm not seeing any mines by the assault. I want to see lots more mines. But don't put them in the middle of the... Oh, there's the one. But just be careful. You don't want to put them on the middle of the ground because it's just going to die from random stuff. Nice teamwork. This team is doing a lot better job. A little bit of group up. Again, I'm not seeing any Sunny drones. Monster might try and run away after getting one more strike. So there is the support will be out of the combat. Monster 2.5 bars. I would just start setting up. You could probably do 2.5 bars without Sunny. But yeah, I didn't see very many Sunny drones. I think that would have completely changed that entire combat. Okay, so let's see where these mines are being placed. I would probably be putting them more on these... Okay, this is bad no-no. This is a huge no-no. If you put 3 mines and they're all touching each other, he'll get hit by one, but the other one will actually detonate itself and it will do no damage to the monster. You want them spread out. The way that they're fighting, I would just put them around this little area because these guys seem to run circles in here instead of using terrain. Like up here is where you want to fight Goliath. I'd be putting them up here. I do like that they're doing some early damage to begin with. And I like Griffin's positioning. Griffin's in a good spot. Let's go ahead and start getting him on the harpoon. And so that harpoon is a great way to keep away from the medic. Okay, so again, I like that he's holding his personal shield for now. And there we go. There's that harpoon. Good harpoon work. Stop the leap smash. And there we go. Medic. Oh. Just be careful. You always want the medic to run away from Griffin. And Kyra doing... See, and this is why you don't want to fight around down here. Because you're going to break line of sight too much that your support and your trapper won't be able to do their jobs. Okay, and then one more harpoon. Oh, just missed. Medic about to go down. Will come back in about 28 seconds. I do like that they haven't thrown down the dome. I like that they're punishing. I want to see a little bit more punishment. And there's that. As soon as you saw that rock, that was the time to pump the shield. So here we go. Harpoon. Harpoon. Oh, nice. Hunter is coming down in 10 seconds. If the assault goes down, automatically go to the dropship. Go to the dropship. Go to the dropship right now. Perfect. So the monster's got 1 bar of health and the whole team is up. Griffin is the only person without 2 strikes. This is looking very, very good. So right now, I do like that he's using his sound spikes to avoid the monster. Don't dodge fire. There's really no reason. And now this guy's out of breath. Jetpack or whatever. They threw the dome down immediately. I'm not sure if that was the correct move, to be honest. I would have waited for everyone to be in position and then thrown it. So Assault should have popped his personal shield way too late for that personal shield. But it is going to do the job. Again, this is the Hunter's game. Monster is going to probably channel some armor. and that's fine. I'm not going to worry about it. Just make sure you set up your mines. A little too close here. Again, I would have liked to have seen them on this little middle area instead of down the bottom, because one fire breath will take out all of those. But if they're up here, then they're going to hurt people that are getting chased. And there we go, monster doing a little damage. There's no reason to chase. I don't like that everyone's grouped up in this one little death area. Everyone's going to be grouped up. See, look, all the mines are now gone. And then you're just going to get cornered into a wall and die. And I still don't see a Sunny drone anywhere. I have not seen any Sunny drones. Bad Sunny. So it does look like the hunters do have this. I like that he preemptively blocked the rock throw. Blocking rock throws as an assault is a favorite pastime. And there he goes. Gets cornered into a wall. And 1 bar of health. At this point, you can be super aggro. There's no reason. The monster's not going to win. Everybody at this point, even possibly medic, can go damage. And then finish him off. So GG. Awkward deployments of mines. Didn't see very many deployments of Sunny. I would have liked to see a lot more Sunny drones, to be honest. GG. Poor. Okay, so noticeable things for the monster. I didn't see anything too much that kind of stands out. You did an overall good job. You were focusing the trapper a lot in a couple of the domes, which I think is a misplay. Mad, welcome to the herd. I appreciate that follow. Just be careful about that. If you, especially in a Sunny comp, you should almost always be going after Sunny most of the time, unless somebody's really out of position. Just be careful about that. With regards to the hunters, I would have liked to have seen mine deployment in a little bit better areas. You usually never want to put them on like the lower floors, because the monster will just one fire breath will clear them all out, and just rock smashes, leap smashes, a lot of stuff is just going to destroy them naturally. I would love to have seen them be put up on ledges more, so that when Kyra was being focused, like in that first dome, she could climb up, run to that mine, and if the monster does chase, it's going to take 500 more damage, so you punish the monster. It's all about punishing the monster, you know. There's never going to be a game where you avoid every single strike. It's all about making your strike take as much armor and health from that monster as possible, and going through mines is a great way to do that. Same thing with the last battle. There was a lot of mines on the ground floor. One fire breath basically cleared them all out. I'd love to see them usually up on ledges or around corners if you're going around the corners. When it came to the relay fight, I'm not a big fan of fighting down in the relay. It's just too easy to just get tumbled, and if you go around the relay, you're going to break line of sight from the rest of your team, and it just makes it a lot harder, because I know that Griffin was barely keeping up when Cairo was being chased at the end. So always try and pick a position that has kind of smaller loops and better areas than just directly at the relay. Otherwise, really good dodging for the most part. I really liked a lot of that. The assault, you used your personal shield either too early or too late a lot of the time, so just be careful when you're about to use it. I usually pop it if I'm about to catch a rock throw and I'm at like 75 or 85% health, because that way then I don't get down too low, and then if he does decide to focus me because he took a little bit of damage, I'll be able to get healed back up. I do want to commend Kyra. Fantastic positioning. I want to say it was the second to last dome. You were basically up on the high ground and you were just lobbing grenades, and you had a fantastic position, and notice how much better that was, that you didn't have to chase the monster, and when the monster was finally going after you, you had a full tank of gas. You didn't have to worry anything. It was mostly just Sunny kind of losing sight, so you kind of had to maneuver positions, but good spot there. With regards to Sunny, I didn't see very many Sunny drones in the later half of the game, so always want to make sure to put that down. That's basically a portable Hank, and the monster has to use an ability, or nobody's going to get down while that thing is running, because it's just a stupid, really good shield, basically. So always want to kind of be deploying those as much as you possibly can. But otherwise, really good job. Much better this time. You weren't necessarily face checking the monster with jetpacks. Griffin was doing a really good job staying behind the monster and harpooning at the right time. Just much better coordination and much better jetpack management overall. So really good job. Correct. Yes. Yes. That second dome was kind of awkward. As soon as you threw it, I was looking around the dome. I'm like, this doesn't feel like a good dome. There was a couple areas you could have worked, but then all of you were grouped around the one corner. But that was just the more dome placement than anything else. But yeah, really good job, everyone. Like really kudos. You're taking a lot of the advice, especially with Kyra just staying there. Like I can't tell that enough. Like it's like when you watch these VODs, you'll notice night and difference how much of a difference just having the healer basically sit in a good vantage point to see everyone and healing everyone and have a full tank of gas when the monster does decide to focus. So good job. Let me go ahead and see who else is in the chat, and I'll probably swap some people around. So go ahead and stay in here for now, and then I'll call out the roster in just a minute. So give me 1 minute to set that up.